Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am reviewing a product called the Nanostopper from a company called Airtender that's based in the Netherlands. And it's basically just a wine preserver, vacuum pump and stop. So this is what it is. And this type of product you see before if you drink wine. And it's basically just, you open a bottle of wine, you don't quite finish it all, for whatever reason, and you get like the plastic stopper, you put it on top, you get your little hand pump, and basically it pumps out all of the air that is within the bottle, and thereby removing oxygen, and so the wine won't oxidize, and you extend the shelf life of the bottle of wine. Now, you might have seen other ones like this. This is one from Food Saver, and exactly the same thing. You just push it in, and you put hose in, suck out the air. Has the same function. The difference between this one and other ones is that it's got a very low profile, and because of that, the cap, if it's a screw-top bottle, actually fits back on top, which is just an extra layer of protection. Doesn't actually do anything, but I guess it allows you to keep the top and not have to worry about where to throw it away. So far, nothing particularly special about this, except that they also give you this little device. And essentially what this is, comes in two pieces, it's a 19mm hole puncher. And the idea behind this is that you would punch a hole in a standard jam jar, and you would put the top in, and then you turned a old jam jar into a vacuum seal container. Now you can buy actual vacuum seal containers like this one, again from Food Saver, and it's got like an inbuilt lid with a one-way valve, and again you just pump the air out, and it allows you to prevent spoilage of the food within and extend the shelf life again. Except these jars are pretty expensive for what they are. I think like a set of these is over £30 for only like 2 of them or 3 of them. And yeah, they're just expensive. Whereas with this little setup, you can use any jars you want, from small to big ones. So if you've got really massive pickling jars as well, you can use that. So let's have a look at it. Right. Once it's vacuumed in, to open a seal, you just lift this. Okay. See? Now you might be thinking, hold on, wait a minute. That's quite a cool idea. I actually got one of these wine saver things already. Can't I just use my existing one and just drill a hole into the lid and get yourself a load of containers? Well, technically you can, because wine bottle openings are all, I think, standard 19mm. So if I use a Food Saver one here, I can put this into the hole. Okay, get my little hand pump. And you can see, it actually works. Okay, the marshmallows are expanding. Okay, so yeah, you could use your existing one and convert a load of jam jars into food containers. Except there's a slight problem. One, most of the other plastic corks have a slight taper to them, so it isn't as flush as one of these. Okay, so this is flush to the lid, whereas this one actually tapers off. What that means is if you actually slightly knock it, it releases the vacuum seal. So whereas this is, because it's completely flush, it's much harder to actually accidentally release it. You actually have to deliberately lift this, and it's actually not particularly easy to do, see, to actually release the seal. But more importantly is, how are you going to cut this hole? So you might be thinking, oh, I've got a 19mm drill bit, I can just drill fillet through the lid. Well, actually you can't, because I tried it. Unless you actually have a drill stand at home, a clamp, and a very sharp 19mm drill bit, you won't be able to cut a perfectly smooth round circle. And this is like, you know, perfect circle. It's not ragged and it's not sharp. So I can put my finger in it without any fear of accidentally cutting myself. So you actually do need this cutter. And you can actually buy this cutter separately. I think it's like $9.95. But the entire set that it comes with only costs $29.95. And it comes with the cutter, the pump, 6 of these stoppers, and it also has a large bottle opening adapter. So if you've got much larger bottles, you can put this in and you can still seal it. So yeah, you could try to do it yourself, but why bother when you can actually buy the full set? So how does it actually work? Let's have a look. So in the instructions, it says use this hole punch. You put it on top, like so, and then you just push down and it will puncture a hole. So you push down, and punctures a hole through it. Okay, then you will take this bottom section off. Now, this point is sharp, but it's not super sharp that it will cut you. And if you push this all the way through, there's a little screw thread here, and it matches up to this point, this position. You screw it in like so, and there's like a cutting blade here, and there's an anvil on this other side, and you just wind it up. And eventually you will hear a click, click, click. There's 1, that's 2, 3. And after 3 clicks, it's cut all the way through. And then you just unwind it. Okay. And then you just have to pull this out. So you just twist it slightly. And you have a perfectly cut circle. And punched out pieces here. And to get that piece out, you're meant to push this in and wiggle it a bit. And eventually that piece will come out and you can throw it away. And then for this side, you just put the lid back on, put the stopper in, and pump it a few times. And you have your vacuum sealed container. And again, if you want to open it, just lift this section and release the seal. So this is a really nice product for people that need to preserve food, I guess, especially if you're in a humid climate. So you can use it for your coffee, for sweets, biscuits, that type of thing. And if you cook regularly, you can also know that vacuum containers are good for helping marinate food quickly. If you put your meat and then your marinade into the container, remove the air. It also sucks out any air from within the gaps within the meat, and it will allow the marinade to penetrate much faster. So if you want like a food marinator, quick one, you can just use one of these as well. The company also previously released an adapter for turning Ziploc bags into vacuum bags as well, but I can't see that on the website anymore. Not sure if they discontinued it or not. But yeah, check out this product. It's quite good. Well, actually, no, it's very good for what it does, and it's a very neat solution. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And as the usual YouTube blurb, you know, like, share, subscribe, that kind of crap. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.